committee for their great contribution.
I have a dream today.
An iron curtain has descended across the continent.
An indefinable, mysterious power.
The person of the year is the person who
most affected the news,
for better or for worse.
That is how Time editors define the magazine's Person of the Year, and their annual pick is one of the most anticipated announcements in journalism.
It began with the editors feeling that they had missed the historic story of Charles Lindbergh.
I landed with the expectancy to see Europe.
And they felt, why don't we put Charles Lindbergh on the cover and name him Man of the Year?
The decision over who to choose as Person of the Year generates a lot of debate among staffers. But one thing editors do agree on:
it's not an honor.
Not an honor.
Not an honor.
It's neutral. It's a recognition of somebody's effect on the world. Last year in choosing Putin, what I was thinking about and wanted to do was to kind of reanimate the definition, to say that it's not someone who does something necessarily for good. Putin is a mixed figure.
On the other hand, in 2001, after the World Trade Center was attacked, Times editor decided not to put a bad guy on the cover.
It came down to basically three people: Osama bin Laden, George Bush, and Rudy Giuliani. For a variety of reasons, the best and most interesting choice that I realized would be Mayor Giuliani.
But the main focus right now, obviously, is on saving as many lives as possible.
There were a lot of people who felt that we had been less than faithful to the standard that we have always set out for Person of the Year. A lot of people pointed out that we put Adolf Hitler on the cover. He was Person of the Year. Ayatollah Khomeini. The editors decided that Giuliani really embodied what was really most important, what we learned about ourselves, which was that we could recover from these things, that this wasn't something that was going to bring the United States to its knees.
We haven't given up hope yet. We're all embracing each other. America is embracing each other.
The list of potential candidates for Person of the Year gets started in September.
we put out a call to everyone on our staff and really encourage people to think out of the box.
We start to narrow it down, and people make arguments. Well, you know, that's a crazy choice, and here's why, and here's what makes the most sense. And it becomes a dialogue, it becomes a debate. Part of the challenge of Person of the Year is to do something that is a little bit surprising. There's also the challenge of how you present something that they know already in a new way.
As the list of candidates gets winnowed down, so does the number of editors who are privy to the decision-making process.
The meetings tend to get smaller and more intimate, and really, we always want to preserve secrecy because that's part of the interest.
It's a little bit of a shell game in some ways. We have people working on parallel tracks. There are often 3 finalists or 3 contenders, and at the end of the day, you can choose one at the last second.
While a lot of people have passionate ideas about who Time magazine should name, only one person makes the decision.
Well, the buck stops here.
To find out who managing editor Rick Stengel chose as 2008's Person of the Year, go to time.com on December 17th, or look for Time magazine on newsstands December 19th.